Okay, we're going to do one more week with logs, add a little bit to these log things, but I want to review the basic form of log. So if I have log base 4 of 16, okay, that basically is saying 4 to the what power is 16. 4 to the second power is 16, so the answer to this is 2. Okay, that's what you learned last week. Okay, now we're going to do a little more with logarithms. Okay, log equations. So if I have log of 45x minus log of 3 equals 1. Okay, remember from last week that minus is the same as divide in logarithms. So I can rewrite this like this: log of 45x over 3 equals 1. Okay, because subtraction and division are the same thing. So 45 divided by 3 here. So now, also we learned last week that if there's no base, that means that that's base 10. Okay, so now using what we know about logs, 10 to the first power is 45x over 3. Okay, 10 to the first simplifies to 10. 45 over 3 is 15. And then we just divide both sides by 15. So x equals 2/3. Okay, so one more time. When we subtract, we're really dividing. It's the same thing. When we expand and condense, so 45 divided by 3 is 15x. And then this base right here, there's no base, so that means it's 10. 10 to the first power is this, and then we just solve for x from there. Okay? Okay, another one. So log base 4 of x squared equals 7. Another thing we learned last week was that when we have an exponent, we can put it in front, so that's multiplication. So 2 times log base 4 of x equals 7. Okay, so now to get rid of that 2, we can divide both sides by 2, so that becomes log base 4 of x equals 7 over 2 or 3.5, however you want to do it. Okay, and then to finish this off, 4 to the 3.5 power equals x. So you could do that on your calculator. Okay, 4 to the 3.5 power. Or remember, 3.5 is the same as 7 over 2. And if you remember from a couple weeks back with rational expressions, radical expressions, things like that, this is the same as the square root of 4 to the 7th power. Okay, the square root of 4 is 2, and 2 to the 7th power is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So that's 7 2's, which is 128, I believe. Okay, so if you did 4 to the 3.5 power, you should get 128. Or you could do it in your head, which is the square root of 4 to the 7th power. Okay, and again, one more time to review how we did this. If it's an exponent, you place it in front, it becomes multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is divide. We divide both sides by 2. And then 4 to this power equals x, and then simplify from there. Okay. Let's see. The last problem we're going to go over today. So log of 8 plus 3 log of x equals 3. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is we know that this 3 right here is going to become that exponent, right? We can interchange those when we condense them. Also, we know that plus in log form is the same as multiplication, so we can multiply these. So this is going to become log of 8 times x to the third, because we move the third to the exponent spot and we move 8 times x. The only reason we can do this is because they have the same base. And what are the base of each? The base of each is 10, because there is no base. Okay, so I like to put those little 10s there to remind me that's a 10. If it doesn't show a 10, it is, okay? Because that's the basic log. So now to simplify that, we do 10 to the third equals 8x to the third. I would simplify this. 10 to the third is 1,000 equals 8x to the third. Divide by 8. X to the third equals, let's see, 1,000 divided by 8. 1,000 divided by 4 is 250, so 1,000 divided by 8 must be 125. And then the cubed root of 125 is 5, so x equals 5. So one more time, this 3 goes in front for the exponent, okay, and then multiplication and add are the same thing, so we do 8 times x to the third. We put that 10 there because there's no base. 10 to the third power equals this, and then we just solve for x from there. Okay. Again, obviously, I recommend you watching this video at least one more time, if not multiple times, to make sure you understand it. And if you still have questions, please email me. Have a good day.